this era.
He's better than Curtis Martin.
He's a Curtis Martin of this era.
Curtis Martin is a Hall of Famer, though.
Yeah, he's fine. He's a Hall of Famer.
But I don't think he's better than Curtis Martin.
He's better than Mike Forte.
You're being disrespectful. Why you gotta shit on Matt Forte to shit on Frank Gore?
Matt Forte's the other one you try to shit on me for.
Because Matt Forte's great, but I never said he was a Hall of Famer. He's not a Hall of Famer. Sorry, Eric.
So would you rather have
Hester's a Hall of Famer?
Would you rather have?
Yeah, but that's for.
Would you rather have Jets Forte, Jets LaDainian Tomlinson, Jets Le'Veon Bell last year,
disgusting as fuck.
Jets Chris Johnson.
Oh, I forgot he was a Jet. Oh,
or Jets Frank Gore.
Can I get like 2 more Jets options? Can I get Lamont Jordan Jets? Can I get Lamont Jordan Jets before he went to Oakland?
No.
He got fat after that second year in Oakland.
Really? That was kind of sad.
Can I get Leon Washington Jets? He was a return specialist.
Curtis Martin?
No. You got to go somebody who was trash or like not a starter. Can I get Sean Green Jets? That's a lot of former Jets who were washed.
Yeah.
That's where running backs go to die.
And QBs, Brett Favre.
Ugh. And then how do you get out of that? Out of New York Jets? Flashing some pictures that you shouldn't have.
Wasn't Jen Selter a sideline reporter and now she's an Instagram influencer? Wasn't that the chick who she...
That was her.
Oh, fuck. That's how I know... Oh.
That was her.
I was like, you got a fat ass, but your face is familiar. But, like, not really. Because she's literally... That's how she, like, promotes herself on IG. Is like... She just did a bunch of squats.
Sounds like something you'd say in Miami.
I mean, she probably was in Miami.
That's not.
Wow, like she really finessed like sexual harassment and nudes into like showing her ass and being semi-nude on IG and then marrying a football player. She's married to an NFL player right now. I don't remember his name.
This is all about the money.
Damn, the Jets are a nasty organization. They need to just, from top to bottom, at least the past 15 years.
All right, touchdown to turnover time. Seattle gave up 100 plus yards, not years.
He tried to read it.
100 plus yards receiving, but Jamal Adams had 12 tackles and a sack.
I think the way it was read
is that a touchdown or a turnover?
They gave up 100 plus yards receiving to 2 different receivers, Julio Jones and Ridley. Which, by the way, I passed on Julio to take Miles Sanders, and I'm really still angry about it. I passed on Miles Sanders, Kittle, and DeAndre Hopkins. And I took Ty Hill and Miles Sanders.
Yeah, I took Sharik instead of Julio.
I wanted to cry a little bit, but then I saw Julio doesn't catch touchdowns. So I was like, cool, because Ridley scored 2 touchdowns. But anyway, so touchdown, turnover. I think it's a turnover because they really gave up like 300 fucking yards receiving between like 2 guys.
Dog, the Seahawks haven't had corners since Maxwell and Sherman.
Maxwell always wore pads that were too big for him.
He had them linebacker pads on.
Yeah, how you?
I know you're slow.
No, how you tight end pads on, bro? How you got? He's always the smallest kid on the team with pads who were just too big for him.
Well, you got to wear big pads if you're going to call yourself the Legion of Boom.
But he was small and he wore 41 as a corner, so I just never respected him. And they got that fat ass deal. I was like, y'all really played. He really finessed y'all into giving him all that money. He didn't really get no picks. But that's insane. Like, the fact that, they had to use him as a linebacker, a blitzer, everything.
Well, he wasn't bored. Shout out to Greg Williams.
He definitely wasn't boring. You said bore. I was like...
Bored. I said he wasn't bored.
Yeah, like, the fact that... I don't know, man. He got to start getting picks because they're going to keep getting beat deep. They're going to take chances with him and then have Trey Flowers and Shaquille Griffin out there.
Dog, just bring Earl Thomas back and stop fucking playing.
They really should. What if, like, Earl Thomas... Where could Earl Thomas go? Houston?
Mm-hmm.
Houston could probably use him. Houston needs a lot of help.
Somebody needs Earl Thomas.
Houston needs some offensive line.
Shit. They need receivers who can actually separate.
Yeah.
He really... Bill O'Brien really using the Madden approach. Let me sign a bunch of old-ass receivers.
I mean, who are the receivers right now? Randall Cobb, Will Fuller...
Had, like, 3 catches.
Brandon Cooks...
Didn't do shit.
Nothing. Yeah.
I did more than fucking Randall Cobb against that team the first week.
What did Randall Cobb do in Dallas?
Not much.
Catch a couple passes. Reverse. I was like, bro, you know he was never a speedster, so now he's just old and is like...
No Hines Ward, man.
Yeah, Hines Ward is a Hall of Fame tight end.
Stop it, bro.
Put him at tight end in Madden. He used to crack back the shit out of people. He ruined Keith Rivers' career single-handedly. Broke his fucking jaw.
All right, Baker Mayfield said he wouldn't kneel after saying he would. So you gotta is that a touchdown or a turnover?
Another turnover. Back-to-back turnovers. I think you said something about turnovers last week, and that shit had me like dying hilariously. I can't remember what it was.
Oh, I said it was a blocked kick, returned for a touchdown, fumbled at the 1 yard line, returned again the other way, and then fumbled again for a safety.
Yeah. Like, Baker Mayfield should just shut the fuck up and play. Like, when they said shut up and play ball, they really meant that for Baker Mayfield. Because Cleveland looked good tonight, but only because, like, he just finally said, look, just fucking throw it to Odell.
Just
throw it to Odell. Odell's always open. Like,
Which, by the way, you see that Joe Burrow TD last week versus the Chargers?
That was nice. He was actually pretty nice tonight, but their offensive line is putrid.
Yeah.
Bro, they said he had the longest rookie rushing touchdown since Michael Vick.
That's crazy. It was like 23 yards?
Yeah, like 27 yards, yeah.
Really?
Well, Lamar didn't play.
With all the running quarterbacks nowadays?
Or it might have been number one pick. Maybe it was the number one pick. Yeah, longest rushing.
Because I mean, even
analytics.
Watson,
Cam,
you can always find a stat for something.
Cam definitely broke that record his rookie year. Shout out to Cam also.
Nah, but they say
he played as a rookie
in his rookie year.
Cam had a long run his rookie year. You could Google it right now.
But for a touchdown?
His longest run?
Yeah, for a touchdown?
Yeah. I'll take that bet. I'll put wings on that.
All right.
I mean, Cam got 2 rushing touchdowns this last week, did he not?
Set the Patriots record for rushing.
Yeah.
In the Belichick era, I think, a team record.
Well, they got no one else to throw it to.
Man, their receivers really are trash.
Bad.
This is why Edelman's not a Hall of Famer.
No. He's a
People
great
keep saying he's a
football player,
Hall of Famer. I'm like,
yeah.
fam, if I was a slow wide receiver who like only ran like 3-yard routes because it was a great way to fucking get the defense off me.
Well, that's what Wes Welker did over there too, right?
Made a whole career out of it,
Yeah.
just catching 2-yard passes and getting them to 8 yards.
From Tom Brady.
Yeah, like I never looked at Welker or Edelman as Hall of Fame players. I'm like, so you're telling me because he has better receiving numbers in the postseason than Julio Jones that he's a Hall of Famer?
I mean, what did Wes Welker do in Denver? You know, I mean, besides wear a bigger helmet.
Wes Welker is the final version of Brandon Stokely with less speed, and Stokely was fast in his heyday.
Yeah,
but like, when I think about that whole situation, and what was the question again? Because we
were talking about Baker Mayfield.
Oh yeah, there we go. That's how I was going to connect it. When I think about Baker, and I just think about someone who's so overrated, and all you have to do is get it to the great players around you, and just hand the ball off to Nick Chubb, who had a monster night, and Kareem Hunt, who scored a touchdown tonight too. Like, I don't want to call him a bust, but when I first said he was a bust and he wasn't going to be shit in the NFL,
he proved but how
and
about
I'm going to stand. Like, why don't you just shut the fuck up and play? Because you sound stupid. Like, if I was a black player on that team, I'd be like, hey, aren't you tired of being inaccurate in everything you do in your life?
But if Rosen is already halfway out the league,
Rosen never had a chance. Can we be honest? Rosen was never given a fair shot.
Looking like a bust. Sam's like, he's not.
And Lamar was the last pick in the draft in the first round.
And here we are, Lamar Jackson.
Lamar on a Hall of Fame track. And by the way, the dude who replaced him at Louisville is kind of nice at QB too. But I wouldn't have fucking Louisville 16th.
But yeah, you talked about Cam a little bit, and here's one for him. The Dolphins try to snatch Cam Newton's chain. Is that a touchdown or a turnover?
Raekwon Davis and Christian Wilkins, ironically, 2 people who were kind of dirty in college. Definitely Christian Wilkins. And then Cam Newton had the funniest. It's a touchdown for Cam. But it's funny because like they beat him, and then he said, I was arguing with this man, and then I realized, this man is known for doing a split. And then they showed the video of Christian Wilkins doing a split after Clemson won the national title. And I was like, I'm like, okay, damn, that's true. But Cam, you dress like the Riddler in his.
Well, he said
like the Riddler's your gay stylist.
I think he's.
And two,
Jim Carrey over there dressing him up.
I just don't understand. Like, some of the shit that Cam wears, I'm like, fam.
But to add to what you said, I think afterwards he also said, it's okay, I have 2 chains anyways.
Yeah. And he's like, they almost brought out the Georgia out of me. And I'm like, you really don't want to see Cam get angry. Like, he's like 6'6", 250. Y'all really don't want to see this man get mad.
He's got a cool, like, let's say from his JUCO days on,
he has that
to
rage.
be nice to white people rage. Like,
Murderous country rage?
Yeah, he's got 10 years of being nice to white people rage.
He went to Florida. He was there with Tebow and Aaron Hernandez and all them. Stole a laptop.
Then he got straight. He was a born again Christian.
Won a national championship at his junior college and went undefeated in college. His JUCO, how you won a JUCO national title and then a fucking national title at Auburn and the Heisman and the number 1 overall pick, and you have the career he's had, and they pissed him off, and now he's a fucking vegan losing a bunch of weight, and he's still.
Auburn cats are crazy, man. Shout out to Charles Barkley.
I was going to say somebody else, but never mind. Never forget Ray Small from Ohio State. That motherfucker's crazy.
All right, and the NFL's 100th birthday is today. Obviously, that's a touchdown.
They did like this thing where in every city they had a list of all the players who played in the NFL. Like, I was like, okay, it's football's 100th birthday. Yay. And you choose Cleveland and Cincinnati to play.
Well,
because everybody else is busy.
I guess.
Everybody else is busy not wanting to fucking play today.
And that should have been a Bears-Packer game.
Oh, yeah.
Are you a masochist? Because that would have just been torture porn for 2 hours.
But that's the oldest rivalry in the game. That's like some two of the original teams.
Aaron Rodgers would have been just
that's beside the point. That's beside the point.
We couldn't have had Raiders-Chargers and actually seen a competitive game? Or
I just don't want to see the Broncos on my TV anymore.
Chiefs-Broncos?
That was awful on Monday.
Fam, Fangio had 3 timeouts. I was like, these aren't rollover minutes, fam. This isn't T-Mobile.
If he just stayed
motherfucker, do you have a sidekick still?
God.
Like, is he on AIM? Like, is it like
AIM?
Like, fam, does Fangio's kids have like a MySpace page somewhere that's unused?
All right, last one. This podcast lasted longer than Cardi B's marriage with Offset. Somebody wrote fucking Takeoff on this rundown.
Takeoff.
Is that a touchdown or a turnover, Kenny? This podcast lasting longer than Cardi and Offset.
You just had Offset.
It's Cardi and Offset. You wrote Cardi and Takeoff. Fucking vulture.
Well, guess what? This fucking podcast took off. This podcast is taking off, and I was listening to Migos for real when they first came out. Like,
before the Love and Hip Hop days. Before
the first album even dropped. Ooh. Emmett Smith. Go listen to that song. But yeah, I'm not surprised that their marriage didn't work. I'm really not surprised.
He cheated, right?
He cheated mad times. And he
but
has
black
like 4
men
baby
don't
moms.
cheat.
I don't know what to tell you. Black men don't cheat. I think she knew, like, if he has 4 baby moms, clearly he's very active in spreading his seed. So if you don't know that he's not gonna have, he didn't cut off all his attachments, but nobody was hollering this when Jada was fucking cheating. That disappeared for like 2 seconds. I'm just saying. She said she wasn't talking out. She hasn't talked to August Alsina in 4 years. Last year, you can find a video of her and her mom and August Alsina on the Red Table episode talking about how her mom was on drugs in Maryland. But I'm just saying, everybody let that go. But now everybody want to shit on the Migos because it's cool to shit on the Migos. You probably shouldn't have named your fucking daughter after your album cover because that album was trash. And you named her Culture with a K, so now I just assume like she was like. Culture, that's how your kids get born not being able to read correctly because you name them stupid shit.
It was like, this is how my name is spelled. It's like your name's spelled wrong.
And who the fuck names their kid Culture?
Culture
with a K. That works. That works.
This is like a Key and Peele stand up here.
All right, so with that, let's go ahead and move to the closing segment of the show, the unnecessary toughness rants.
I feel like we've been doing that for the whole show.